We live in a world that is constantly talking about equality. The conversations around equality have become louder and more frequent, and for good reason. We are striving to create a society where everyone, regardless of gender, race or background, has the same opportunities to succeed and thrive. This is a good thing. Celebrating diversity and ensuring that everyone has a fair shot at success is crucial for a healthy, functioning society. When we lift each other up, we all benefit. It is important to make sure that everyone has the same opportunities in life. This means creating environments where people can work together, support each other, and build each other up. It means recognizing the unique challenges that different groups face and addressing them head-on. However, in our quest for equality, we have forgotten about a group that is struggling: boys and men. Despite the progress we have made, many boys and men are facing significant challenges that often go unnoticed and unaddressed. Many boys and men are facing challenges today. These challenges can range from academic struggles and mental health issues to societal pressures and expectations that can be overwhelming. These challenges often go unnoticed. Boys who are struggling in school may be labeled as troublemakers rather than receiving the support they need. Men who are dealing with mental health issues may feel ashamed to seek help due to societal expectations of masculinity. This is not to say that girls and women do not face their own unique challenges. They absolutely do. The fight for gender equality has been long and hard, and there is still much work to be done. But it is important to remember that helping one group does not mean ignoring the other. We can and should support both boys and girls, men and women, in their respective struggles. By doing so, we create a more balanced and fair society for everyone. In fact, when boys and men struggle, it affects everyone. Families, communities, and society as a whole feel the impact. When we ignore the issues that boys and men face, we are not just failing them, we are failing everyone. We need to start paying attention to the issues that are holding boys and men back. This means recognizing the signs of struggle and taking action to provide the necessary support and resources. We need to understand why they are falling behind, whether it is due to educational disparities, mental health challenges, or societal pressures. We need to dig deeper to find the root causes and address them effectively. And most importantly, we need to find ways to help them succeed. This means creating support systems, providing mentorship, and fostering environments where boys and men can thrive. By doing so, we not only help them, but also build a stronger, more inclusive society for all. One of the most concerning trends in education today is the growing gap between boys and girls. This disparity is evident from the earlier stages of schooling and continues to widen as students progress through the educational system. Boys are falling behind girls in school at every level. From elementary school to high school, boys are more likely to struggle with their schoolwork and receive lower grades compared to their female peers. They are less likely to graduate from high school. This trend is alarming because a high school diploma is often the minimum requirement for many jobs and further educational opportunities. Furthermore, boys are less likely to go to college. The college enrollment rates for males have been steadily declining, which means fewer young men are pursuing higher education. And even for those who do attend college, the likelihood of earning a degree is lower for boys compared to girls. This gap in degree attainment can have long-term implications for their career prospects. This was not always the case. 50 years ago, boys were more likely than girls to go to college. The educational landscape has shifted dramatically over the past few decades, but today the situation is reversed. More women are enrolling in and graduating from college than men, leading to a significant gender imbalance in higher education. This gap in education has serious consequences for boys and men. Education is a key determinant of future success, and falling behind can limit their opportunities in various aspects of life. It can limit their job opportunities. Without the necessary educational qualifications, boys and men may find it more challenging to secure well-paying jobs. It can affect their earning potential. Men with lower levels of education tend to earn less over their lifetimes compared to those with higher educational achievements, and it can even impact their overall health and well-being. Studies have shown that lower educational attainment is associated with poorer health outcomes and a lower quality of life. There are a number of reasons why boys are falling behind in school. One factor is the way that boys' brains develop. Boys' brains develop differently than girls' brains. This is especially true in the early years. The part of the brain that is responsible for self-control and planning develops more slowly in boys. This means that boys may have a harder time sitting still in class, paying attention and controlling their impulses. They might be more likely to act out or get into trouble. While this is a normal part of development, it can put boys at a disadvantage in a school system that is designed for girls' brains. Another factor that may be contributing to the education gap is the lack of male teachers, particularly in elementary schools. Studies have shown that boys benefit from having positive male role models in their lives. Unfortunately, the number of male teachers has been declining for decades. In the past, teaching was seen as a respectable profession for men, but today, fewer men are choosing to go into teaching. This is a problem because it means that many boys are growing up without strong male role models in their lives. This can have a negative impact on their self-esteem and their academic performance. Section 5. Beyond the classroom. The vocational trade gap. The decline in vocational training and apprenticeships is another area of concern. In the past, boys who did not excel in traditional academic settings had other options. They could learn a trade. They could become apprentices. This gave them a path to a good-paying job and a fulfilling career. However, in recent decades, there has been a decline in vocational training programs. Many of these programs have been shut down. Apprenticeships have become less common. This has left many boys without a clear path to success. They may struggle to find jobs. They may end up in low-paying, dead-end jobs. Section 6. A Man's World No More. The decline of male employment. The decline in male employment is another serious issue. In the past, men were the primary breadwinners in most families. However, in recent decades, there has been a shift. More women are working than ever before, and many men have lost their jobs in manufacturing and other traditionally male-dominated industries. This has led to a situation where many men are struggling to find work. They may feel like they have lost their purpose in life. They may feel like they are failing their families. This can lead to a loss of self-esteem and even depression. Section 7. Deaths of despair. The silent crisis among men. The decline in male employment has also been linked to an increase in what are known as deaths of despair. These are deaths from suicide, drug overdoses, and alcohol-related illnesses. Men are much more likely than women to die from these causes. This is a serious public health crisis, and it is one that is often overlooked. We need to do more to understand the factors that are contributing to this crisis, and we need to do more to provide support for men who are struggling. Section 8. The fatherhood crisis, a generational impact. Another issue that is having a profound impact on boys and men is the growing crisis of fatherlessness. More and more children are growing up without fathers in their lives. This can have a devastating impact on children, especially boys. Boys who grow up without fathers are more likely to experience a range of problems. They're more likely to drop out of school. They are more likely to end up in jail. And they are more likely to become fathers themselves at a young age. This cycle of fatherlessness is having a devastating impact on families and communities across the country. Section 9. A call to action, bridging the gap for a brighter future. The challenges facing boys and men are complex and multifaceted. From societal expectations to personal struggles, they navigate a world that often overlooks their unique needs. These challenges can manifest in various forms, such as mental health issues, educational disparities, and economic hardships. Each of these aspects requires our attention and understanding. They cannot be ignored or dismissed. Ignoring these issues only perpetuates a cycle of neglect and misunderstanding. It's crucial to recognize that the well-being of boys and men is interconnected with the health of our entire society. When we fail to address their concerns, we are failing our communities as a whole. It is time to start having honest conversations about these issues. Open dialogue is the first step towards meaningful change. By creating safe spaces for men and boys to share their experiences, we can begin to understand the depth and breadth of their struggles. These conversations should be inclusive, empathetic, and solution-oriented. We need to be willing to listen to and learn from the experiences of boys and men. Their stories are valuable and provide insights that can guide our efforts to support them better. Listening is not just about hearing words, it's about understanding the emotions and experiences behind those words. It's about validating their feelings and acknowledging their challenges. We need to find ways to support boys and men in their education, their careers, and their personal lives. This support can come in many forms, such as mentorship programs, mental health resources, and career development opportunities. By providing these resources, we can help them build a strong foundation for their future. We need to create a society where boys and men feel valued, supported, and empowered to reach their full potential. This means challenging stereotypes, promoting positive role models, and fostering environments where they can thrive. When boys and men feel empowered, they are more likely to contribute positively to their communities and lead fulfilling lives. In doing so, we will not only be helping boys and men, but we will be creating a better future for everyone. A future where every individual, regardless of gender, has the opportunity to succeed and contribute to a thriving, inclusive society. Together, we can bridge the gap and pave the way for a brighter, more equitable future.